everybody. Welcome back to the Powerskateshow, Season 3, Episode 8. I'm Brant Fluff from Fletcher Sports Zone. We got some playoff rounds to recap. Eastern and Western Conference Finals finally getting underway. We had a huge coaching hire for the New York Rangers and lots more other transactions and such. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Hussle.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Season 3, Episode 8 of the Powerskateshow podcast. Lots of topics that we're going to talk about. Trade rumors that is related to my team, which we will get to it.
All right, let's get carried away.
Yeah, all right. Anyway, how's it going today, Grant? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Alex is the lucky one here. He's already out of school. I get out Friday, so... Hey, at least, okay. Well, you dabbing just killed that, but more commentary.
I gotta do it.
We'll be doing more now that school's over.
Yeah, true. All right, guys, so as you guys know, we will be sharing our screens as a new type of motion. If you guys would want to follow the Powerskateshow, guys, we have 7 followers left for 1,000. 7 followers left. All you have to do is follow, tell your friends, your brothers, sister, aunts, uncles, your dog, your cat, your fish. Why would I mention pets? I don't know. Your grandparents and all that good stuff. Yeah. Go get us to 1K. And also one more thing. You gotta follow Fluster Sports Zone. Come on.
Hey.
If you don't follow Fluster Sports Zone, I have no idea what's wrong with you.
You got daily sports news updates now. We're really building the brand. A lot of NBA news happened, of course, along with the other hockey news, along with other stuff. Make sure you'll follow Fletcher Sports Zone talk show on my channel every Sunday. That's why you go follow. And obviously get Powerskate to 1K on IG. That would be much appreciated.
Yes. All right, guys. So we will start everything like day by day, news by day. And first, we gotta talk about the comedian Jimmy Fallon. This dude has been doing a lot of jokes for the hockey players. So might as well we'll take it away. Jimmy Fallon, take it away. Oh, is it on or?
Yeah, I don't hear the audio.
My bad. Is it on or?
Well, it's playing, but I don't hear the audio.
All right. Anyway. We'll not worry about it. So anyway, we'll start the whole show. How about this? If you guys enjoy the Powerskateshow so far, please hit the like button. Then greatly appreciate the also that's gonna make us do more podcasts in the near future. Again, do you guys want to follow the Powerskateshow for news updates? Where we go live and such. Links will be in the description below. Do you guys want to follow Grant on daily sports news for like other news like NBA, MLB, NFL, and all that good stuff, and NHL for the most part? Links will be in the description below as well. So let's get this started. JJ Peterka signed a 3-year ELC with the Buffalo Sabres. JJ Peterka is a top 3 prospect for the Buffalo Sabres. I kind of see him be in the NHL in the next 3 or 4 years. I think he can be like a finalized piece for the Buffalo Sabres to make the plus. Peterka and Quinn, if those both be teammates for any time, they will be a playoff contention. So, Graham, what do you think about Peterka signing with the Sabres?
Well, he is one of the better Sabre prospects, of course, coming out of the Dell. I think he does have a pretty bright future. I don't know much of his statistics and such, but I do know he was playing with Germany this year in the tournament about a month ago, and I know he played pretty well during that. So hopefully he can transfer that over to, Rochester and eventually crack a spot in Buffalo.
Yeah, like I said, I kind of see him has three or 4 years left to be NHL ready. So let's see of his future here in Buffalo. Stanley Cup semifinals: Tampa, Islanders, Vegas, and Montreal in the mix. So and I think, granted, this is your answer. Bruins goaltender Tuukka Rask will be out 7 to 8 months due to repair his torn labrum in his hip and will miss half of the 2021-22 NHL season. So, where is Boston heading?
Here's the thing, what I gotta say about this. Bruce Cassidy knew from after Game 4, he knew Rask was playing with an injury. Now, all the stuff I was saying about Rask, saying, oh, we should play better in Game 5. Apparently, he's playing with the torn labrum, so I sound wicked harsh, a total, not good member of the Boston media and all that good stuff. So I will apologize for Tuukka Rask. Obviously, we can't play to his full ability. I'm not going to be like, oh, why did he make that save? Well, now I understand why. But here's my thing. If Cassidy knew Rask was injured after Game 4, why didn't he switch to Swayman? Are you really going to allow Tuukka Rask to play 2 full games and potentially further if you advance past the second round with an injury? Imagine if he continued. He would probably be out the entire season next year. I mean, It's so puzzling why Cassidy knew this injury was about. He kept on saying, no, it was minor. Now it was a minor injury. But now he's out 7 to 8 months. And the moral of the story is Swayman and Vladar are your 2 goalies, because I really don't see the Bruins throwing money at a goaltender in free agency. I see them more building around their defense. And the other thing is, it just makes no sense why you would play an injured goaltender. Like, it's pretty clear Swayman's going to be the starter next year anyway, whether they re-sign Tuukka Rask or not. It's pretty clear Swayman was going to be the goalie anyway. Get him some more playoff experience. And also, again, Rask heading into a contract year, will the Bruins re-sign him? If they do, it's going to be to a 1-year deal. Really, if any team wants to take a chance on Rask, it'll be a 1-year deal. This injury is going to fluctuate the free agency market because a lot of goaltender needy teams, they may back off on Rask now. And honestly, this is nothing but Bruce Cassidy's fault and, lack of trust in Jeremy Swayman. Yeah,
like I'm quite interested about the goaltending situation, because since Rask is going to be on LTIR right now, like, Hlock might be exposed to the Seattle expansion draft. We may have the same Washington Capitals goaltending scenario with Vanacek and Samsonov.
You have 2 young goalies running the show. I think that's going to be the case too. I mean, again, the Bruins, they could bring a backup goalie. Rask, especially with this injury, I don't think the Bruins are re-signing him. The Bruins are definitely not bringing back Yaroslav Halak. It's going to be Swayman and Vladar unless, midway through the year, if they re-sign Rask. But the future will tell, and we'll get to that some other day, I'm sure.
Yes. All right, next topic, which is the ECHL hockey team, the Troy Rivers Lions, have unveiled their team name and their logo. So, WRL the name, WRL the logo.
I like it. Good logo. It looks a little bit like the Nordiques, but that's okay. I'd say overall the team name is a W and the logo is kind of in the middle. Again, for some reason I have a Nordiques look to it, but other than that, it looks pretty good.
I'm gonna say W for the name, but like the logo, like it's kind of like I understand it looks like a lion look, but like it's gonna be a off topic example, but accept my example. I would say like have like the Detroit Lions look. I'm not saying have the same exact logo, but I would say like have like the same quite look. Like if the Lions like had like a 90-degree angle look with like the flying logo,
Right.
have the same face that can contrast the Detroit Lions logo.
I was about to say, yeah, if they just did a more up close shot of the Detroit Lions logo, this would look fine.
Yeah. All right, next. Here's an interesting NHL draft, and for those who are asking when's our first round draft predictions, like we did in 2020. It's one of my favorite episodes in season 1. Michigan defenseman and top 3 draft pick Owen Power is thinking about to do an Eric Johnson first overall route to continue to play in college after his draft year. And Owen Power looks like Grant. But anyway.
Yeah, I've heard that way too many times over the past week.
So, do you kind of agree about Owen Power like doing the same Eric Johnson first overall route? Like, if he gets drafted in Buffalo, like, how do you think we'll turn out for Owen Power and about his Eric Johnson route?
Here's the thing, if Owen Power takes the Eric Johnson route, if you're getting drafted by Buffalo, you almost have to play immediately, or if you don't, you want to wait as long as possible to get out of there. And I know that sounds absolutely awful to say for someone who wouldn't even be playing a game with the franchise yet, but let's be real. If Powers is still playing in college after he gets drafted by a professional NHL team, that is really sending a message to the Sabres organization saying, listen, obviously I might need a little bit more development, but I also don't know if I want to be part of your future. At least that's what it looks like to me. If I was Powers, I'd be like, just don't play me right away. Send me down to the AHL. Let me see what I can do there. Then progressively call me up. But if Powers wants to spend more time in college, I think that's sending a pretty good message to the Sabres saying, hey, I don't want you part of my future pretty much.
Yeah, I gotta agree with what Owen Power is trying to say. Here's the thing: if he's doing an Eric Johnson route, I would say that that's a good sign for the Sabres and Owen Power himself. Because what he does not want in his mind is to have everyone pressuring him 5 to 6 years down the road, like not racking up the points that everyone has been expecting him to. Like, yes, like we're hearing Owen Power to compare like John Carlson today. He's compared to be like 2018 Victor Hedman, young Dougie Hamilton. These kind of players. If he is not meeting the progression, like if everyone's calling him a bust, like 5, 6 years down the road, he would be Zdeno Chara today.
Right. I mean, listen, I don't think Powers will be a bust by any means. It's just if he goes to Buffalo, yeah, he's going to underachieve. He's just going to become Rasmus Ristolainen 2.0. Would you really want that, Sabres? I don't know. I know Ristolainen's a good defenseman, but that's what you're pretty much getting for Owen Powers if you draft him, because they obviously can't develop anybody, and that's why I'm afraid he's just going to be stuck in that Rasmus Ristolainen type of deal where he's a good young defenseman, but he's not outstanding, and he would thrive, just not in Buffalo.
Right. All right, next. Per Elliot Friedman, he believes that the Buffalo Sabres are moving on Jack Eichel and could finalize the trade at the NHL draft. Oh my God! Like, what is going on? Like, yes, we're talking about Jack Eichel almost every season 3. episode.
Listen, is the Sabres even newsworthy anymore? I mean, do we really need to be talking about the Buffalo Sabres? They just continue to make a fool out of themselves. Let's trade Jack Eichel, the best franchise player we've ever had since prime Jason Pominville, and we're gonna go trade him for probably 2 seconds, a third, and a third line center. What a trade. Yeah, it's going to be absolute robbery for the other team. And you're probably going to have to eat up some of Eichel's salary cap as well, depending on which team you trade him to. So, yeah. I'm laying the smack on Buffalo now. I'm done.
All right, and we have to ask you guys to send in your trade offers for.
Oh, I didn't do mine, but I'll do mine in a second.
Yeah. All right, so first one. St. Louis will trade Tarasenko, a first-round pick, maybe a third or fourth liner, and Buffalo will trade Eichel.
Too much. Here's the thing. Buffalo is going to want to trade Eichel as much as they can, and I can assure you they do not, they're not going to need someone like Vladimir Tarasenko in return. For a Blues player going Buffalo's way, I could see David Perron. And I know David Perron is such a downgrade compared to Eichel or Tarasenko. But the reason is, again, Buffalo, they're looking for draft capital. They want that burst. But I can assure you, if St. Louis is trading it first, they're not trading Tarasenko with it.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. Sorry. All right, next. Gotta hit click. All right. Next trade offer. Wild trades Matt Dumba, Victor Rask, Kevin Fiala, and a 2021 first-round pick for Jack Eichel.
A little bit of a better trade. I don't really see him going to Minnesota, but, I mean, that trade could work. I think, honestly, Minnesota could complete the trade without Rask or Fiala. I'd say Dumba, either or Rask or Fiala, and then and then maybe they could probably get Eichel and a defenseman from Buffalo. I'm trying to think right now who they can maybe acquire, but maybe the Sabres add in like a second pairing defenseman they have, then yeah, maybe that could work. Like Jake McCabe or something.
Yeah. Here's what I'm concerned for like Minnesota if they get Eichel. You got Marco Rossi next door. You gotta trade Zach Parise because Parise will most likely be a third liner if they have Eichel and Rossi. So, if you get rid of Fiala on the trade offer, if you get rid of Rask and Fiala, it will be Dumba and Parise. Parise on the Sabres, that would not be good.
Devils fans will be salty.
Yeah, true.
Devils fans will be like, he betrayed us back in 2012 and he's still betraying us to this day.
Yeah. All right, next. Buffalo receives Seth Jones, 2021 first-round pick, a second-round pick, and Columbus receives Jack Eichel.
That's a better trade. I mean, at least that one would make sense. Again, maybe if Buffalo adds in a mid-pair defenseman, that trade will certainly go through. I just don't see how Jack Eichel would want to play in Columbus after the whole Patrick Laine, Jack Roslovic situation going on over there, the whole Nick Foligno getting traded. I honestly think Eichel want to avoid Columbus in general, but at least the Blue Jackets would have the salary cap to make that trade. So there is some good news there. Maybe with a new coaching staff, Eichel will go for it.
Mm-hmm. Here's an interest. I don't think that this one would make sense because I don't know. Here's a Buffalo and Ottawa trade. Sens would trade a 10th overall pick and a third-round pick, Shane Pinto, and for Jack Eichel.
That could certainly go through. Again, it is Ottawa. I mean, I guess theoretically, yes, the Senators are in a better spot than the Sabres are right now, but Eichel's only going from 31st, or I guess now the Kraken will be in the league, 32nd in the NHL to 29th. I don't know if Eichel wants to do that. So I think he's going to want to avoid Ottawa. But again, just like Columbus, Ottawa has the salary to actually pull this trade off. So we shall see.
And then one more on Eichel. Dallas trades Kudobin or Bishop, Alexander Radulov, and a 2021 first-round pick for Jack Eichel.
That is the worst trade I've ever seen. If I was Buffalo, I'd do that in a heartbeat. No way is Dallas going to do that. Absolutely no way Dallas does that. If they do, props to them. They just slam their cup window shut even further because it's already shut. But at that point, they'd just be trying to salvage something that just wouldn't work. We know Antoine Khudobin is not a full-time starting goaltender, and then losing Radulov and Bishop, I don't think Dallas would do it. Well, you want to do our Jack Eichel mock trades now, I guess?
Yeah, sure. Might as well.
All right, you want to go first?
Yes. I got Eichel to LA, which is kind of the front runner.
Dubs. All right.
For you will be devastated by saying this. It's going to be like a one-on-one. No. For Eichel to LA for Curtis McDermott. Who's kind of someone on the third line. I was about to say Dwight King, but I think he retired a couple of years ago.
Oh, Dwight King nostalgia. He's long gone.
Probably, I would say like Eichel to LA for Curtis McDermott and a 2023 second-round pick.
All right. I'm laying down the hammer right now. Jack Eichel is going to land with the Chicago Blackhawks. The Blackhawks trade their first-round pick, Calvin DeHaan, and I think I'm going to also go with Dylan Strome. And the Sabres will just trade Jack Eichel in return. So a first, DeHaan, and Strome for Eichel. I think that is a pretty fair trade. You can have Jonathan Taves, Patrick Kane, Jack Eichel. You can make a Alex DeBrincat. I mean, what an amazing, 4 players those are. Not to mention Kirby Dach will be fully healthy this season. Like, Chicago could be looking dangerous at that point.
Yeah. All right. Next topic is a re-sign that Blues signed for Tanner Kaspick to a 1-year, 2-way deal worth $750,000. He can be he's a borderline NHL player and a it's not a good word to say, but I would say like a utility player in case if like or an extra forward if like any of their players get injured.
Like a healthy scratch, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
Or maybe like hang out in the minors in case if anything happens.
He is the taxi squad. He is the taxi driver for the taxi squad.
Exactly. So we guys did caption this. Yes, shout
Momo's
to
the funniest one. I don't care what anyone says. Sorry,
Right, and-
Annette, and anyone else who commented. Mine's the best.
and shout to someone whose name Flutter Sports Zone. Yeah, go follow him, whoever that is. When the monster from under your bed knows you're awake. I think you forgot the word bed.
Yeah, I did. Whatever. You get what I'm saying.
Ice hockey memes. Shout out to someone who's in the chat. When that one girl everybody wants to get a boyfriend.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's very good. And one of my good friends from high school right now. When your favorite team didn't win the game, that's a good one.
That's true. Sean dropping facts as well.
Oh shoot! Don't look at that right now. Don't look at that.
Yeah, Sean's speaking truth because obviously every single Bruins fan in the world wants Trent
Oh,
Frederick.
there we go. There we go. Good,
Every
good to
single
see.
Bruins fan's like, "Where's Trent Frederick? Give us Trent Frederick." And Bruce Cassidy's like, "No, Sean Corrali." I'm like, "Why?" I like Sean Corrali, but no, Frederick needs to be in the lineup.
Yes. All right, we got the sound of the week, which I accidentally put Mr. Eric Jelena.
Yes, New Jersey Devils fans rejoice, and Canadians fans, but mainly Devils fans. He's back after 2 years in the SHL. 1 year, two-way deal worth $700K with Carolina. You can cue the brass bonanza. I'm not expecting you to. So that's why I'm going to play it right now. Because you want to know why. This is, I think, the first time in a very long time we have had a hurricane as our nostalgia of the week.
You're going to get copyrighted.
Yeah, I'm going to get us copyrighted. I was only playing like 5 seconds anyway. But you get the idea. Hurricane is finally a nostalgia of the week, and it's not Yuri Talusti, so I would have lost that bet. I thought the first Hurricane's nostalgia would have been Yuri Talusti, and I would have been wrong random fact of the day. It's Eric Jelena, who, again, making his triumphant return to Europe to play with Raleigh. Unbelievable story.
And pro
I'm
reports
overhyping him, by the way. It's a joke. He's going to be like a taxi squad dude.
Yeah. So the Vancouver Canucks are interested to acquire center Alex Kerfoot from the Toronto Maple Leafs. So Grant, Kerfoot to Vancouver, yes or no?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, it would kind of make sense if Vancouver would at least attempt this trade, but I don't know if Toronto would do it. I mean, again, if Toronto's trying to load off cap to pay Jack Campbell big money a couple years down the road, then maybe. But other than that, I don't know. I think Toronto is going to keep Kerfoot probably.
Yeah. I would say 50-50. Like,
it could happen, but I don't know if Kerfoot's going to be like Vancouver's destination. If Toronto's going to get rid of him, it'll probably be elsewhere, like the Islanders or something.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
This is just an outstanding story.
Grandma, would you like to take it away?
Absolutely. So Sunday night, Stars defenseman Stephen Jones did announce his retirement at 29 years old due to multiple concussions. What was he going to do with his career moving forward? He is now on day 3 of rollerblading across the world. I think the last time I checked, he was in Michigan, but I could be wrong. He's just being an inspiration. Again, he is roller skating around the world trying to help children with depression, or really anyone with depression, but especially children.
Or mental health.
Outstanding, yeah, for mental health as well. Outstanding story. If this guy doesn't win the Masterton next year, then I will just be very upset. This is Master Trophy worthy stuff. A Masterton Trophy, rather. Which we will get to later. But for now, Jones, outstanding story.
And fun fact, Stephen Jones one time liked my personal Instagram post, which was like a year ago. So.
Oh, that's a dub. Okay.
So yeah, thank you, Stephen. Really do appreciate it.
And we're bringing Esperanza back!
No! Time out!
I had to do it. Oh, God.
I did. Oh, wow. I'm surprised that you knew what was next. All right.
Oh, I got my homework ready.
Oh my, yeah. All right. Anyway, so the Carolina Hurricanes gave permission to defenseman Dougie Hamilton to speak with other teams and maybe a sign and trade scenario. Now let's hear. All right, so now we asked you guys. Well, we only got one, but since we're seeing trade rumors about Dougie Hamilton, send in your trade offers for this show. Carlson and a 2021 first round pick for Hamilton.
You know, Harrison, I do like that contract. The thing, or rather the trade. The thing is, first and foremost, I don't think Carolina wants to take on the contract for John Carlson. And second off, does Washington even want to trade John Carlson? I don't think so. Dougie Hamilton, I think, does have more upside. He's obviously younger and quicker, but the thing is, that would just be weird seeing John Carlson get traded to a division rival. I don't think, basically, you want to make such a big trade with division rivals, I would say, which is why I don't see a Carlson for Hamilton swap happening.
All right, moving on. So, this is pretty much the lightning round topic. Blue Jackets signed Gregory Hoffman to a 1-year, $900,000 deal. Pretty solid from the World Junior team in Switzerland. This past World Junior event, and he'll be like a taxi squad player, bottom line.
Also won the championship with Finland.
All right, moving on now. Now we will be talking about the NHL draft selections where they would go moving forward. So the St. Louis Blues will select the 16th overall pick of the 2021 NHL draft. Winnipeg Jets will select 17th. Nashville with 18. Edmonton with 19. Sorry if I'm going too fast. Boston's getting number 20.
Just draft either a left winger. I want the Bruins to either draft a left winger or a shutdown defenseman. Either one I'm cool with.
Minnesota will get number 21. And this hurts me. You see this dude right here with holding the 4 pucks?
Yeah.
That's what
Verana.
That's what hurts me. The Red Wings will get the 22nd pick, which holds the rights for Washington.
Ouch. You hate to see it.
If there's a player that I know who's in this draft, who's pretty much who would be on Detroit on this pick, I am gonna go Stephen A. arguing LeVar Ball.
Oh God, you are just praying Detroit whips on that draft pick.
Yes. I hope Detroit makes a swing and a miss pick. All right, anyway.
Just like what the Orioles usually do. Besides Cedric Mullins, he's a beast. But other than that, shots fired.
Yeah. All right. Florida Panthers will select number 23rd in this year's draft.
Draft a goalie so I can laugh at the Panthers. Please do it, Panthers. Draft a goalie so I can laugh at them.
All right, cool. So for the final trade from this past trade deadline. So the Blue Jackets trade for Nick Foligno to the Toronto Maple Leafs for future considerations, and the future considerations has been unveiled that the Blue Jackets will take the number 24th overall in this year's draft. The Minnesota Wild will take number 25, which holds the rights from the Pittsburgh Penguins from the 2019 trade deadline from the Jason Zucker and Alex Galchenyuk trade.
And the Hurricanes are drafting a right winger at 26! Oh, it's never getting old. Raspananza is just a work of art. It's never going to get old.
Yes. And finally, the Colorado Avalanche will select number 27.
And again, Avalanche. How did you lose that series to Vegas? I legit said Colorado was going to win in 5 after they won Game 2. But I was wrong, and my prediction for Vegas losing in 6 games in the Stanley Cup Finals is still alive somehow. Why did I pick Vegas to begin with? No idea. But guess what? They're going places. unlike the team on your screen who have Nathan McKinnon, just perhaps wasted the last year of Gabriel Landeskog and Philip Grubauer, and now they're stuck with Devin Dubnyk and Pavel Francouz. Okay, the goalie situation in Colorado is about to be awful. I mean, Francouz is all right, but I ain't a big fan of Devin Dubnyk anymore.
All right, next topic. Speaking of the Avalanche, so the Avalanche defenseman Eric Johnson expecting to waive his no move clause to be eligible for the Seattle Kraken expansion draft. Good idea for Eric Johnson because gotta get Bowen Byram and Connor Timmins on the NHL roster.
Yeah, I think that's smarter, Eric Johnson, to do with a Kraken pick him. I honestly doubt it with that salary, but I will say it's smart that Eric Johnson did waive his no movement clause so he can become a veteran, perhaps keep his assistant captain role with a new franchise. I think that was smart of him, trying to build some veteranism. You know, he might even try to get guys like Keith Yandel with him as well in the Kraken expansion draft. I'm not sure, but again, will Seattle pick him? I doubt it, but at least there'll be tremendous leadership, and they'll be getting a solid second pairing defenseman if they were to pick him.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Here we go, Drake Gallant.
Nuke drop.
How are you guys feeling, Rangers fans? New York Rangers hired 2018 Jack Adams Award winner Drake Gallant as their new head coach. And yes, Isaac with the lol emoji because
he don't know nothing. He don't know that the Panthers were so bad. He's the reason why he didn't look like a good coach. Look what happens with Vegas, and look what's going to happen with the Rangers. This guy's going to be an amazing head coach. Panther fans, win a playoff series. Until then, you shall not speak.
And I honestly thought it was a surprise. Gallant is one of the top free agent coaches in this market, but I felt like that he should have a job like at the start of last season because in season 1 I predicted that he should be head coach with the Devils because how of the Jack Hughes devastation rookie year has been.
Right.
And Nico Hischier about to be captain. Subban being horrendous. Gallant can take care of these guys, getting it better. With the Rangers itself, yes, they were on a 2-year rebuild. They made the they went on the qualifying round, but did not make it.
They just got absolutely destroyed by the Brass Bonanzas.
Don't bring that up.
Well, I wasn't playing it. I was just saying it.
Yeah. All right. Oof. So yeah, we'll get to our our prediction standings in about 3 months.
Yeah, but yeah, Gallant, good hire. I knew the Rangers were going to get him. The second they interviewed him twice. When I heard that the Rangers interviewed Gallant twice and a couple other coaches they only interviewed once, I knew right there. I'm like, oh, it's just a matter of time until the Rangers actually hire this guy. And then, they eventually did on Monday. And honestly, that was a pretty good hire. Again, the Rangers, they should make the playoffs now with better coaching. I mean, come on. They were over 500 with Patrick Quinn as their coach. They're going to do better now with a much better coach. Panarin's hopefully going to stay good the entire year. Hopefully Shesterkin can take that jump to be an elite goaltender. And, we'll see what happens. But the Rangers are in a good spot, especially switching back to the regular Metropolitan Division. They're in a really good spot.
Yeah. All right, next topic. Per reports, if the Ottawa Senators trade their 11th overall pick, the Senators will trade Logan Brown and their first-round pick. If they go for the Bruins, they will get Zach Stanishin in return.
Are you sure you didn't make a typo when making this post? Are you sure you're forgetting the David Pastrnak and Zach Sheehan? Because this would be the absolute worst trade in the past decade. Absolute worst trade. 11th overall pick for a 15th overall pick back in 2015, who is, let's be real, is a bust. And Logan Brown, who's a solid second line winger? What? This makes absolutely no sense. Hey, listen, as a Bruins fan, I'd be jumping up and down if they did this trade. I'm not saying don't do it. I want Eugene Melnyk to be cheap and do it. But let's be real. It's not going to. And this would be hands down the worst trade since Roberto Luongo was traded from the Islanders to the Panthers. We're going way back when. Yeah, Bruins passed on Barzal. That's all right. If we can get the 11th overall pick and Logan Brown instead, that'd be a pretty fair trade-off. But whatever. Yeah, we don't bring up Matthew Barzal here because, well, I mean, at least Zaboral and DeBrusk are okay.
Yes. All right, now NHL awards time. King Clancy, Pekka Rinne.
Well deserved.
Yeah. This could be his final NHL award in his career.
Potentially.
Yeah. Flyers re-signed German Rutschov to a 1-year, 2-way deal. Top prospect for the Flyers ahead of Cam York. So this will work out perfectly for the Flyers.
And they only re-signed to a 1-year deal. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Per Mike Chambers, he believes that the Colorado Avalanche should take a look at Kuznetsov and Alex Tuch if the Avalanche want to go into a deep playoff run, like better than their past playoff years. So,
but why can't Montreal go? Or excuse me, why can't Colorado go far now? They have the core to go far now. Next year, they're just going to get significantly worse. And trading away dudes like, if you were to make a trade for Alex Tuch, you'd have to include like Devon Taves or Samuel Girardi, probably one of those two defensemen, on top of like a fourth line winger who
like
actually
JT
on the Avalanche is good.
Like JT Comfer.
Right, like JT Comfer, who's actually a decent fit in that Avalanche organization. They're just going to overpay for Tuch and thinking, well, if we increase our forward core, we're going to continue to go far in the playoffs. But no, you're not going to. You're just going to trade Alex Tuch, lose in the second round again, and here I am a year later still complaining about y'all. That's what's going to happen. Colorado has single-handedly went from a cup contender to borderline Leaf levels of me just ready to dismantle their front office. Like, them losing that series to Vegas just ticked me off. And I'm not even an Avalanche fan the slightest.
Oh, don't worry. We will get to the front office very soon, so don't worry about that. Here's my topic. I'm going to talk about this one. There are rumors about if the Capitals trade Evgeny Kuznetsov to the St. Louis Blues, they will get Vladimir Tarasenko in return. As a Caps fan myself, Kuznetsov needs to go. Yes. Like, I know that I will pretty much get criticized by other people saying like why do you want Kuznetsov to go? The reason why in my own
snorts cocaine, that's why.
That's not true. But here's why in my own words. COVID protocol lists multiple times. He has not been well efficient that he was supposed to be. I am not talking about the cocaine, the after cocaine. I'm not talking about that. That's not the reason why. I feel like that the 1-2 punch is not working out. Like his playmaking abilities has been going down. If we get Tarasenko, I feel like he's going to be more healthy. Do I think Tarasenko should go on a different scenery instead of getting injured too much? Yes, because I feel like that. Like if Tarasenko was not injury prone after before Pietrangelo leaves and gets the captain, then I would say that would be on a different story.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if, I think Washington should make the trade. I don't know if St. Louis would make the trade. I think both teams win the long run, especially if you were to do this trade straight up. Like, there's no need to add draft picks for this trade. This trade would make sense going straight up. It's just, that's a lot of salary cap being thrown around for both sides, and especially with both teams nearly on the brink on the salary cap. I just don't know if either team does it.
And shout out to people.
I think the rumor makes sense. I don't think you make the trade though.
And shout out to all the people, and shout out to someone right here says we don't do coke at St. Louis. Shout out to her.
Yeah, she's right. She is right, and that's why I never want Kuznetsov to be on the Bruins, in the Kings, despite his great talent. He's quick. I get it. He's a great face-off man, but let's be real. He got banned from Russia for a reason. Let's not bring in a cocaine guy. I ain't a fan of that.
Mm-hmm. The Panthers center left wing Lucas Wallmark has signed a 1-year deal in the KHL with CSKA Moscow.
Why? Why? The Bruins could have used you, Lucas. Listen, if you want to go to Europe to, I guess, develop a little bit more, that's fine. But Lucas Wallmark is certainly not European worthy yet. He still is in his late 20s, and he has shown consistently of being at least a solid third liner in the NHL. Now, obviously, in Europe, he's going to be a first liner without a question. But real quickly, Lucas Wallmark, and I'm going to use our good friend's hockey reference here, he only averaged 3 assists last year. That's obviously not great. But You noticed when he was on Carolina, he would average 23 points in a season or more. This guy is clearly an NHL-level player. We just need to put him in the right system. Florida just wasn't his right system. If Lucas Wallmark was to sign with a team like St. Louis, Colorado, maybe Dallas, Minnesota, pretty much get him out of the Eastern Conference other than Chicago, and I think he would really thrive in a Western Conference team. Even the Kings could use him, or the Ducks. Wallmark is too good of a player, in my opinion, to be spending time in Europe. That's all I'm saying. Teams could use him on the third line, especially Western Conference teams.
Mm-hmm. So the Winnipeg Jets will rename their arena, which will be official on July 1st from Bell MTS Place to Canada Life Place. Yeah.
Well, RIP MTS, they are fuming right now, but there's nothing they can do about it financially. They just got their right spot off.
Next topic. All right, this might be one of my favorite Nate Bastian posts, pictures. Yelling at Jeff Skinner, saying that he's the most overpaid player in the NHL. Speaking of paid.
He is. Aside from Moore, he's pretty overpaid too. Obviously, I had to bring up the John Moore joke.
Speaking of paid, Devils re-signed center and right wing Nathan Bastian to a 2-year, $1.65 million deal. Third line player at best.
He's a third liner at best, but at least he's solid. He's 23, if I'm not mistaken, so the contract makes sense.
Yeah. All right, next up. He did it!
Yeah, he did it. It's about time they finally announced the damn award, is what this is. If they gave this to Marlo or Dumba, I would be absolutely I would have started throwing stuff. It would have not been good. My reaction would have not been good because I would have been so fumed the fact that Lindblom was going to get absolutely robbed because someone broke the all-time games record or someone supports an organization I don't support. Oh, that would have ticked me off. They did the right thing giving it to Lindblom. Obviously, this guy battled cancer last year, and he still played in the playoffs. That's incredible. And then stayed healthy all season long and played pretty well. Congrats to Oscar Lindblom. If it was anyone else, I would be extraordinarily pissed.
Yeah. NHL Voters Association, thank you for not screwing this up.
I just want to say this better have been unanimous, by the way. If it wasn't unanimous, I would be ripped.
Well, like here was the thing from last year. Like I was a little bit surprised about Ryan getting a Masterton before Lindblom. I understand the reason because of Ryan with having like multiple health issues, scoring a hat trick. I get it, but the good thing about it is that we all knew that that Lindblom will be all set to go next year.
Right.
So yeah, like put the asterisk on Lindblom for 2020. Lindblom next year. Good thing he got it in.
Yeah.
We got a couple more. Arizona Coyotes have placed top 3-4 prospect center Liam Kirk on the trade block. If the trade value doesn't work out, then an entry-level contract can be an option.
And Arizona continues to make me question them on every single program. Yeah, we have this nice center here who could totally fit our second line in 2 years. Yeah, let's trade him. Like, you're not even going to want to negotiate with the guy. You're not even going to want to sign him to his entry-level deal and then trade him. I don't know. Maybe you sign him to an entry-level deal. Some team will probably want him more. Oh, just a thought.
What?
Ridiculous. The Arizona management just drives me nuts.
Mm-hmm. All right, we got a couple more. The Los Angeles Kings and the Vegas Golden Knights will both play an exhibition game at Vivint Arena, home of the NBA's Utah Jazz in Salt Lake City in 2001, 2022, and 2023 NHL preseason. Also known as the Frozen Four.
Listen, I gotta be real though. Like, I love this idea, playing in an NBA stadium, kind of getting more fans. Why can't they do the regular season? Why can't they just wait for the Jazz to play some away games for like a week stretch? Like let them have their Eastern Conference trip, and then the Knights and the Kings go in there and they play some regular season games here. That's my only gripe. This is a fantastic idea. Just make it regular season games.
Mm-hmm. All right, now I think this is our last one. Columbus Blue Jackets named.
Well, we got more stuff, yeah, but we are on to today's news at least, which is good.
Here's today's news. Blue Jackets legend Captain Rick Nash will be the director of player development in their front office this year. Good job, Columbus. You got Rick Nash, who is the all-time
in a front office role. Not a bad idea, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like not bad of a choice to say the least. We got a couple more going. Avalanche center Carl Soderberg will sign in the Swedish Hockey League with the Malmo Redhawks.
And Carl Soderberg just signed his career away. Listen, obviously, I respect Carl Soderberg playing with the Bruins and stuff. I felt he was still worth being in the NHL. I mean, he did average 17 points last year on, a pretty mediocre Chicago team for the most part. And then he got switched back to Colorado and had 2 assists in 11 games. I don't think he did a whole lot during the playoffs, but he had 2 points in 4 games. Yeah, Soderberg didn't do much in the playoffs, but basically signed his life away here. Soderberg is actually 35, and he's not making a return to the NHL for this, which is really unfortunate because, again, I think if you surround him with the proper talent, he could be a just like Lucas Wallmark, he could be a solid third, fourth liner for a team.
Exactly.
Again, I think sometimes when they sign with European teams before actual free agency, that kind of drives me nuts sometimes. Like, I think if you want to sign with the European team, that's great, but I feel like they should wait until whenever the free agency date opens, because I feel like they should at least hear contract offers from NHL teams first before signing, to go to Europe. That's just me.
Right, yeah. I gotta agree with you on that. Last topic of the day, as far as I know. Avalanche signed center Jason Magna, screwed my autocorrect on my phone, to a 2-year, 2-way deal. That's not our last topic. So yeah, Jason Magna, 3 works Hershey Bears legend for 1 year.
Yeah, I don't know much about him, but I guess it was a decent move overall.
Yeah. All right. The Vancouver Canucks are interested about acquiring Sabres right wing Sam Reinhart. Reinhart to Vancouver.
All right, to Vancouver. It makes sense, but no. Sam Reinhart's going to get traded anywhere. I'm going to go with Pittsburgh.
If Reinhart gets traded, I would say probably like Florida or
the Panthers,
Nashville.
the destination where everyone goes.
Or Nashville.
Or Nashville makes sense. Nashville's good. And now our last topic of the day. This surprises me. The fact that Jason Spezza is still kicking is incredible. Signs a 1-year deal worth $750,000 to stay in Toronto. He did play well this season. At least during the regular season, he played well. I guess, he could stay on the fourth line. I will say, if he does get placed on waivers next season, expect him to retire. I know he already brought up about retiring, so he might just do it if he gets placed on waivers next year. But overall, props to Jason Spezza for not wanting to retire. I will give him credit.
Yeah, absolutely. So now we will do free agents. We'll do three free agents, and then we'll end this thing off. So our first player that we will talk about is New Jersey Devils defenseman Ryan Murray. He's a 28-year-old defenseman. His last contract was $4.6 million per year. Will he re-sign with New Jersey, yes or no?
I feel like New Jersey's going to want to re-sign him. And honestly, I'm going to say they will because they have the salary cap. I don't think it would be anything more than a 3-year deal if they were to do it. But, yeah, Ryan Murray should re-sign with New Jersey.
Yeah, if I don't see him re-sign with New Jersey, I kind of see him go with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh too. Pittsburgh would make sense because then they can get rid of Cody Ceci. So it explains why Ryan Murray makes sense to go to Pittsburgh. The Flyers would be smart to sign him too, but I don't think Philly will throw money at him. Same thing with the Senators. Makes sense if Murray went to Ottawa, but is Ottawa going to spend the cap to get him? I doubt it. We're looking at roughly a 3-year deal worth around $9-ish million probably, so total. So, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm. All right, next up, we got Marcus Johansson from the Minnesota Wild. 30-year-old center, $4.5 million per year. Will he resign with Minnesota, yes or no?
Bruins, bring this man back. This guy, Marcus Johansson, easily the most underrated Bruin from that 2019 Cup run. The guy was a stud, and they chose to not re-sign him after the Bruins had the cap. Whatever. Different story for a different day. Minnesota should re-sign him. Will they? I have no idea. I would love for the Bruins to re-sign, but that's not going to happen. If Marcus Johansson's not going to re-sign with Minnesota, I'll go with Calgary on a 2-year deal.
I think Calgary too.
2-year deal for the Flames. Why not?
Mm-hmm. and we'll do one more. Arizona Coyotes defenseman Jason Demers, 33-year-old defenseman, 3.937 mil. Will he resign with Arizona? For me, I'm gonna say no. I think he's gonna be on the Seattle expansion list. If he does not get accepted by Seattle, I potentially kind of see him be on the Bruins if they do anything to Jeremy Lauzon or.
What's it not? I mean, yeah, Jason Demers is better than Jeremy Lauzon, but no, we don't need him. We do not need Jason Demers. That would not be good if we got him.
All right. Well, will you resign with Arizona on your mind?
No, he's going to the KHL.
All right.
That's where he's going. Right it off with the good old KHL. But if some monstrosity of an NHL team's going to sign him, it's going to be Vancouver. There you go. Because the Canucks would sign Jason Demers. That sounds like a very Vancouver thing to do.
Yeah, and don't forget that Grant did a live commentary last night for the 2011 Stanley Cup Final Game 7, Boston and Vancouver. And I guess you all know what happened after that. Vancouver Rider City, which we're not going to get into that. That's going to wrap up for Season 3, Episode 8 of the Powerskateshow podcast. We got more. We will have more topics coming in next week for sure. If you guys want to follow the Powerskateshow, road to 1K. Get us there to 1K, and then we'll throw ourselves a party for that. That'll be cool on the day of our next episode.
Don't jinx it.
I said that'll be cool. I said that'll be cool.
Just don't jinx it. That'll be cool. It's fine. Just don't pull the good old announcer jinx for asking for followers. That I will say.
I ain't Jack Edwards. I'm not from Massachusetts. I'm from Maryland. Anyway, do you guys want to follow the Powerskateshow on Instagram, Twitter? Link to it will be in the description below. I'm sorry. I'm gonna rephrase that. Do you guys want to follow our personal Instagram accounts? Links will be in the description below. Do you guys want to follow the Powerskateshow for news, updates, and where we go live and all that good stuff? Links will be in the description below. Instagram, Twitter. Subscribe to our YouTube channel right here. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Do you guys want to follow Grant on social media? Links will be in the description below for Instagram for daily sports news. Check him out on his YouTube channel, plus the Sports Zone for his own show on Sunday. And I think I'm pretty much done talking. Do you want to say anything about it, Grant?
Just gotta follow the Instas, follow the Twitters. Hopefully we get 1K by Insta next week. And at least for me, I know Thursday I'll be doing Game 3, Lightning and Islanders, and then Game 3, presumably commentating Game 3 Friday as well for Habs and Golden Knights. Alex, you're more than welcome to join me for those, I guess, if you're free.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll see what I can do from here and there. So. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and tell all your friends, New York Saints. I gotta say it.
Yeah, the New York Saints, because guess what? If you had any questions about Bruce fan complaining to the referee, talk to some Lightning fans now. How about that Brendan Point garbage goalie interference call last night? We ain't going to – hey, the New Orleans Saints now, I feel like, it's just me, being a Bruins fan, not looking at the big picture. No, even Lightning fans are complaining now. I'm telling you, man, say what you want about the Bruins getting just, screwed over by the refs, but I'll tell you one thing, Tampa Bay's heading right down that road. They won last night, luckily for Tampa, but I'll tell you one thing, man, a lot of people aren't happy with the refs and the Islanders. I got some cahoots going on. Maybe we'll have a story to break next week. I have no idea. We'll see. Maybe I'm jumping to conclusions too quickly. We'll see.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good night. And tune in to Season 3, Episode 9 of the Powerskateshow next Wednesday or Thursday. Have a good night, everybody. Okay. Oh, I accidentally screwed up something. I'm sorry. All right. Have a good night, everybody.